Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we will be doing a 24-hour readathon. Yes, I think I did 24-hour readathon honestly last week. Not last week, I mean last month. And it went really well. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I have so many books I want to read, but fall is coming to an end. And the thing is, I still have so many fall books that I have not read. Like, for example, the two that are like on my TBR, but I don't think I have time to read it this year, would be Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson and A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. So these two books will probably be unofficially in the 24-hour readathon TBR, so we shall see if we get to it, but I already have quite an ambitious TBR, so let's just get into the TBR. So the first book that we have in our TBR is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I have been reading this for quite a bit, and I thought it is time to finish it in this vlog. And especially, I think, reading a half-finished book in a 24-hour readathon feels so accomplishing because it just feels like you finish a whole entire book by the end of it, even though you're not. But either way, I am not that close to the end yet, but I have under 100 pages left, so I am very excited in how we end the story, because I have a few suspicions in what's gonna happen, but I don't think they're really good suspicions, so we shall see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start with this today. I mean, obviously it's like 24 hours, so before I continue with my TBR, right now it is 11, so I will continue this until tomorrow 11. I will still sleep, right? But I will try and sleep as little as possible. I think I get to sleep at like 1. Let me just say it like that. And then I can wake up at like 7 or 8 tomorrow and continue it back up. So yeah, so we have like a good solid 6 hour of sleep. And then the rest will be reading time. So yeah, anyway, The Name of the Wind, very intriguing. I will start with this one, I think. The next one I have is a book that I've been trying to read for quite a while. Keep putting it down for some reason. I have been trying to read this for like, I want to say 2 weeks, and I'm still stuck on 50 pages. It's not that the book is bad. The book is actually pretty decent, but every time I start it, I didn't understand the magic system, because I've been starting it for 2 weeks and reading like 2 pages a day, which like all the magic system is just like barely explained, and then I put it down, and then the next time I pick it back up I was like, wait, what? So I'm gonna restart this. I think it is not that long. It is just over 400 pages, so it's definitely doable. I really want to continue after The Name of the Wind to Mistress of Flies, but we shall see. But pretty much we are following like witches, blood worker, unblooded, just like political stuff. I think I remember the first chapter was our main character Shan murdered her dad, so that was very interesting first chapter. I am still stuck in chapter 5, so we shall see. We shall see how it continues. Moving on to the next book is a book that I've been wanting to read because a lot of people have been saying that it is so good. It is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I have heard nothing but good things about this. It is pretty thick considering it's a contemporary romance book, but I love romance books, so I think I will love this. So all I know is that he's a single dad and she is a big town girly that has to run a B&B, but she's so bad at it, and he's like good at it, I think, and he's like the neighbor. So I think, first of all, single parent is one of my favorite trope, and it's cozy. It's in fall. I mean, I know it is December, but I mean, while I'm filming this, it is not December yet, but I know you're watching this in December, but I feel like I can still squish this one in, so I will be doing exactly that and reading this. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick up after The Name of the Wind, but you will see. This book I really don't want to put in my TBR, but I think it's long enough. I have to pick it up so that I'm just done with the series, because I don't want to bring the burden of this series to next year. It is Skyshade. Yeah, it's just dragged on for too long. I have to just finish it. It's not even that long. Considering, I think a 24-hour readathon would be perfect to finish this. 380 pages. Doable. I think I have the audiobook for this, so I can do some hobby-esque things while I listen to this. So we shall do that. In between, if I need a, what do you call it? A palette cleanser, I have 2 graphic novels that I love and I have read a couple times already, but I do love doing a reread of this. It is Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson and Garlic and the Witch by Brie Paulson as well. Love the illustration, the whimsy feeling of it. Yeah. I mean, it's so beautiful. Let me just show you. Yeah, look at how pretty. So yeah, and then I actually do have 2 more books. I know it is very ambitious, but I am very motivated to read because I think I just got out of my reading slump. Of course, I don't want to test it, but I want to take advantage of it and read more. Continuing in the Sparrow Falls series by Catherine Cowles. So I'm going to be reading Delicate Escape, I think it's called. Yeah. So yeah, that is the TBR. Like I said, it's very ambitious. I'm not going to be reading all of them. I do hope. Will it happen though? I doubt it. Anyway, gonna start doing that. The plan for today is just reading. I want to visit the bookstore. I want to go to TJ Maxx to look at Christmassy decoration or winter decoration. I'm sorry if you guys can hear background noises. There are some, I think there's like construction going on somewhere, but like near us. I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna take you guys along. It's gonna be a cozy day, a cozy 24-hour. Let's go ahead and start reading Name of the Wind. When I'm done, I think you will see what I pick up, but I will pick up something, and then whenever I'm in the middle of that, I think I will update you. And yeah. Hello guys, it is quite a bit later. I do have quite a bit of an update. It is now dark outside. I think we did quite a bit. I did some journaling. We went out to TK Maxx and got some goodies, which I will show you in a bit. What else did we do? I baked this orange slices. It is still currently in there because it's not quite as dry as I would like it to be. What else? What you guys didn't see probably is like me listening to Skyshade while playing Stardew Valley, which you will probably see some clips here and there. But before that, I'm gonna give you an update on The Name of the Wind. I finished this book. I honestly, I was thinking like this is probably gonna be a 6-star series for me. The magic system is so cool. Everything is just like perfect. It's like the epic fantasy book. Like it's the perfect epic fantasy for me specifically, right? And then I looked it up. The second book is called The Wise Man's Sphere. I think if I'm not wrong, The Wise Man's Sphere. Right. Third book has not even come out yet. But the second book was out 2011 and now it's 2025, 2023, which means we're 14 years into this and it's not out yet. I kind of don't want to read the second book because I went into this rabbit hole where people were like, expectations pretty low because the chance of him releasing the third book is pretty slim, although he just released, like just as in 2 years ago, released a novella in this series. Also, I couldn't find many other series by Patrick Rothfuss, so I'm not sure what the deal is. And until Doors of Stone is out, which is the third book in the series, I will not be continuing the series. Although I am very, very, very interested and I love this book. I honestly think that if I were to read the second book, it will be like a 6-star read. But as if for now, I don't know. I feel like it just it just disheartened me so much because this is such an old series. I thought by now everything would have been out and I can just binge this series. I was wrong, obviously, but really enjoyed everything. The ending was kind of like well-rounded enough, but it leaves a lot of questions and I would really, really want to know. But if some of the questions are not even answered yet, I don't know. Maybe I'll read the second book. I think I'm intrigued enough to read the second book, but I don't want to read it now because if it's not out anytime soon, I'll be devastated. So yeah, moving on to the next book that I am currently in the middle of. I am halfway into Skyshade, which is quite insane. The thing is, how should I say this? If I were to love the love triangle, I would probably eat this up, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This was actually really good. And the yearning that all three did, like back and forth. And like the fact that Oro didn't want to kill Grim or Grim didn't want to kill Oro because they know that by killing each other, they would hurt Isla, I think. I know I thought her name was Isla, but I was listening to the audiobook and the audiobook says Isla. So I'm going with Isla. So yeah, I think I'm just here to finish this up. I am worried that I will love the ending, or that the ending will be so crazy that I have to pick up. Is it Crown Tide? Crown Tide. I'm going into this thinking like, okay, I'm gonna just donate this book afterwards, which I don't think I'll be doing. So far I'm enjoying it. So far the mystery has been quite interesting. Or like the thing that we're trying to figure out is quite interesting. Although, do I remember lots that happen in like and Nightbane, not really, but I understand enough in the grand scheme of thing. And I also am, how many pages in? 190 pages in. So I'm like over halfway. I have like about 180 pages, which I will definitely finish this book tonight. And I don't know if I'm going to give you like a last update tonight because it is actually quite late. Honestly, the Name of the Wind, I thought it was going to be like, oh, just 100 pages left. I look at the audiobook. After I talk to you, I still have 7 hours left. And I was like, what? Surely not. And then I looked at the pages and I forgot how tiny, minuscule the text, the font is. So yeah, that's why it took me like 7 hours to finish this book. I read a little bit, but mainly I was just listening to it because I think listening to it gives me such a good immersive reading because Quoth's voice was very emotional and I really liked the chronicler's and Bast's voice as well. I think I will probably pick up the second book and pick up all the novellas. I don't know, guys. I am conflicted. The 2 books that I read so far, it's getting good. I am just mad that I'm enjoying this actually, and that I'm not like hating it. I wanted to hate it so bad because I don't want to pick up the rest of the book because like if I were to continue to Crown Tide, let's just say I'll be annoyed at myself because why? Why would I put myself through this again? The thing is a love triangle. Oh, it's not done well. Like I can tell in Nightbane it was like half, right? And here we're leaning towards Grimm. I just know in a little bit it'll be more towards Oro. I didn't have a good time with Lightlark. I didn't have a good time with Nightbane. But why is it that I'm having an okay time with this? Also, some of the things that was written here, I feel like was so cringy. But it's like, it's so cringy to the point that like, okay, this kind of eats. Because it was more like Grimm and Oro and Isla, they were like pining so hard and they were like, oh, I needed him, like I needed my next breath. And I was like, yeah. I think if I were to love this love triangle, that would eat so hard. That would eat so hard, right? But I don't like the love triangle, guys. So it was cringy a little bit for me. But yeah. Before I go to bed, my goal is definitely to finish Skyshade. I want to finish Skyshade, and I think I want to start reading Mistress of Lies because I will have, I think, like 5-6 hours left tomorrow. So I have like a decent reading time still, but I feel like reading 2 books, not enough. You know what I mean? Maybe it's enough. I don't know. But moving on to my haul. Okay, my TK Maxx haul. I bought 2 books. But before we get into the books, I'm gonna talk to you about... Wait. My head has been cut off this whole time. Sorry, guys. But my partner and I, Patrick and I, we have been doing this little mini tradition, which we just get the silliest looking ornament. It's like felt ornament every year. So we are like adding to our collection because we really do not have any ornaments really. So we're like, okay, this is a good tradition because we're building our collection slowly. So I just have to show you. This is what I picked for my ornament this year. This little rat holding what is it called? A Christmas tree with a scarf and a Santa hat. Honestly, this is not even the ugliest looking one we had. Last year was hilarious. But the one that Patrick got is a goat with reading glasses reading the newspaper on a toilet with his pants down. I love it. It's ugly enough that you just can't help to love this. Oh gosh. Anyway, that was the Christmas ornaments that we got. And for the books that I got The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I loved the women that I read this year. I wanted to read The Nightingale, but very, very, let's just say, intimidated when it comes to that book. But I think I'm down to pick up her other books that is not The Nightingale. I am kind of nervous with The Nightingale. It's also related to the Vietnam War. Wait. Okay, I want to pick this up soon, actually. What? I don't think it's connected to the women at all, but I think I really want to pick this one up soon. I didn't even read it. I just know that I want to eventually read all Kristen Hanna books. So I was like, I saw it in TK Maxx. It was really affordable. And I was like, okay, let me get it. And now I read the back. Okay, that's going up in my immediate TBR immediately. But the other book that I got was, I think you guys saw the clips. I really wanted to get all 4 books, but I controlled myself and only got one book, which is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. This is such a cute addition to the classic because, let me show you, it's not a full size like book, which is honestly so cute. And the cover, just like, I mean, do I even have to say anything? It's so cute. And honestly, the font, decently sized, and the inside, although I don't really know what it is, I feel like it's kind of cool. And you have this little mini flap, so you don't need to carry a bookmark, although I will probably carry a bookmark either way. Oh wait, look, you guys can see this is like all the 6 Jane Austen's books, like the full-length novel, and Emma has the same pattern as you guys see, like the inside. That was interesting. But yeah, got 2 books, added 2 more books to my physical TBR, although I have to minimize it to 40 books, but I think it's fine. I have been trying my best to minimize it. I think that is the update. This is like probably the halfway point of this readathon. I will try and finish Skyshade, and I do want to start Slash because now I'm on page 50. By the way, that's another thing that I did. Read 50 pages of this. Remember when I said that I do not understand the magic system at all? I read 50 pages in a row, okay, to figure it out. The magic system is still a little bit confusing. I think we're just not there yet. So I just put it down because I was like, okay, I do not have the audiobook for that, and I want to go peruse in TK Maxx and just walk outside. So decided to listen to Skyshade. Enough rambling. Right now is almost 11. I will finish this. But anyway, that is the yap session of today. I will talk to you tomorrow morning. So good night, everyone. I'm hooked now with Mistress of Lies. I am not that far in. I'm like 150 pages in, but I think I need desperately a scenery change. I keep falling asleep in my like rocking chair. So I thought we can get out. I know it looks very dark right now. It is still very early, but I think it's just so gloomy and cozy outside. I really just want to go out a little bit. And technically, all I want to do is go to a bookstore and peruse. And in my bookstore, they have this like sitting down area. So I think I'm just gonna go there and read a little bit. I'll see how confident I am in filming publicly. I think I might be all right though. We shall see. But yeah, that is the plan for the rest of the day. I know I told you that I was probably gonna end this after lunch-ish, which is technically in about like 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. I feel like I just want to finish Mistress of Lies and then we'll end the vlog. And I will definitely finish Mistress of Lies today because I am hooked. So it might be like a 2-day kind of vlog instead of a 24-hour readathon, but it is technically a 24-hour readathon. Just a little bit more. I just twisted the rules a little bit. But yeah, I thought I'd update you real quick before I head out and go to the bookstore. And yeah, I was thinking of picking up an audiobook of some sort. I might listen to Dracula, although I don't know if I'm in the mood to listen to Dracula, so we shall see. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and go to the bookstore before it rains. It feels like it's gonna rain soon. It looks like it's gonna rain soon, but I shall update you probably when I'm done with Mistress of Lies, and or maybe a halfway mark. See you then. So it is quite a bit later, and I did not manage to finish Mistress of Lies, although I will continue tonight and the rest of the evening. But so far, I do have things to do, so I'm just gonna end the vlog over here. But I can give you a little update in what Mistress of Lies is about. It is pretty much about like political court, royalty, stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it better, but pretty much we're following our 3 main characters, I think, but mainly like 2 main characters because we're following those 2 POVs. We're following Shan, Leclerc, Sam, Aberforth, and I think eventually it'll be Isaac de la Cruz as well. So our main character is Sam. He was a Hutchinson until Shan found him on the slums of Erevan or Demeril, which is like the capital city of Erevan, tasted his blood because this is like blood magic, which I think it's mainly just blood magic. That's like the magic system. So she tasted his blood and she was like, no way, you're an Aberforth. Aberforth is the last name of the king. So he was like a bastard from the king's son. So this is like, Sam is the king's grandson. We're following Sam trying to get introduced to this like court, to this like royal society, I guess, with the help of Shan Leclerc and Isaac de la Cruz. So far it is really interesting. I am loving it. I am a little bit sad that I didn't start this beforehand. I think that's just like my problem with all the books that I started that was actually quite decent, and the fact that I like waited so long to continue it, just abomination. I could read you the blurb if you want. The daughter of a powerful but disgraced blood worker, Shan Leclerc has spent her entire life perfecting her blood magic, building her network of spies and gathering scraps of power. Now, to protect her brother, she assassinates their father and take her place at the head of the family, and that is the only start of her revenge. Samuel Hutchinson is a bastard with a terrible gift. When he stumbles upon the first victim of a magical serial killer, he's drawn into the world of sorcery and intrigue he's worked so hard to avoid, and is pulled deeply into the ravenous and bloodthirsty court of the Vampire King. He's a vampire? Well, I didn't know that. Well, his name was the Eternal King, so... Oh, wait! His magic this whole time that he was like so scared about is that he can compel someone. Oh. Okay. Anyway, let's just continue. Tasked to discover the identity of the killer, cutting a bloody swath through the city, Samuel, Shan, and a mysterious royal blood worker, Isaac, find themselves growing ever closer to each other. But Shan's plans are treacherous, and as she lures Samuel into her complicated web of desire, treason, and vengeance, he must decide if the good of their nation is worth the cost of his soul. Pretty interesting, honestly. I didn't know that it was a vampire book. Okay, I really want to finish this. I know the second book is not out yet. It might be out soon. I'm not sure. But I'm intrigued. I'm really, really intrigued. It seems like Sam is like the really innocent type and Shan is like really cunning. And Isaac's just being Isaac. But I know he's like pretty cunning behind as well. Anyway, that is my verdict on Mistress of Lies. I am almost halfway mark. I will finish it. You will probably see it in the next vlog or so, in like my part 2 finishing my TBR vlog. But yeah, other than Mistress of Lies, we finished The Name of the Wind. I'm still a bit annoyed that there is no third book yet, but I think now, after like a good night's sleep, I think I want to pick up the second book, which is The Wise Man's Fear, because I feel like it could be interesting either way. The hope of the third book being out is quite slim. I read so many threads on Reddit about it. It most likely won't come out, but I think it's still worth it enough because of how good and interesting the story was. So yeah, that is that. I really enjoyed this. I don't know how much I would rate this. I think like 4.5, I'd say. I think what's missing of this is just like, I actually don't know what's missing. I just feel like it's a lot of setting up, and this is just like a setup for a grand background for our main character, Quoth. And I feel like because we're following his past, we already know that he's gonna be fine in the end anyway, because he's an innkeeper, right? And then the thing is, I think the ending of the first book kind of follows the main timeline, so to say. But from what I read from the blurb of the second book, we are still reading his past, so to say, while tackling in what's happening. So pretty much the main storyline is that Quoth telling his past, his background to this chronicler, right? And he said to the chronicler, I will tell you the story of Quoth, which is the story of him, in 3 days. And we just finished the first day, which is in the first book, which means I just think that the second book will be like a continuation of his past and the third book as well, while dealing current day problem, because even like in the now timeline, it was pretty concerning with the things that are happening. So yeah, anyway, really enjoyed The Name of the Wind, and I finished Skyshade. Am I mad that I actually am considering reading the fourth book? Yes. I feel like I will not read the Grimm and Oro novella that they have, like the flip one. I went to the bookstore before this, right? And I saw the Grimm and Oro novella, so you probably saw it in the clips before this. But honestly, was tempted to get it because I was like, okay, kind of want to know what's going to happen next. But I know the plot will not continue until Crown Tide, which will come out on the 5th of December. Meanwhile, that book is just pure torture of the love triangle. Oh, another thing that I didn't tell you, I think this is the start of a love triangle, but it's more like Isaac loves Shan and Samuel loves both, and Shan loves both. So it's like a three-way, everybody gets what they want kind of thing. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. But yeah, which Skyshade? Honestly, I don't like that Isla was such a pick-me girl vibe to me. I didn't like that she has that vibe. I didn't like that she's like, ugh, I have to save the world and this and like, sure, you need to save the world, but also like, why do you have to say it in a way that it makes you seem like you're such a pygmy girl? I don't know why I'm so rude to this book, but this book is just, I think I've just been frustrated with the series for a while, and the fact that I read the third book and I'm considering continuing it, because the thing is, I want to drop the series, but I think when the fourth book is out, I might get it and read it. Although I don't know if I want to spend money on a copy, and I don't know if I want to donate this. I think after having a little bit of distance when it comes to Skyshade, after me finishing Skyshade, I feel like I might donate all three books. We shall see though. Not gonna donate it anytime soon, but if my collection ever gets fuller than this and I don't have more space, this will definitely be one of the first ones that will be donated, because I feel like this is the kind of series that I can just enjoy on Kindle and I don't need to have it physically, although I really like the hardcover. I mean, I feel like the cover is pretty nice. I don't know, guys. I'm just a little bit annoyed that I liked it. I like the plot. The thing is, without the plot, if the plot was bad, I dropped this. I will DNF it in the middle of it. I already know coming into it, I will DNF this book. If I just feel a little bit of inclination to DNF it, but no, because this book is so fast paced, so intense plot wise. I mean, like, the thing is, like I said before, if I love the love triangle, this book probably is really, really good. And honestly, if you love this book, good for you. Because I know this book was, like, the romance was actually kind of good if I were to like the characters, but I hated the characters. So either way, nothing's gonna change my opinion when it comes to them. But yeah, anyway, we shall see when Crown Tide comes out, whether I'm gonna read it or whether I'm gonna take like what, a year break, because it was a year ago that I read Nightbane, I think. I just really hope that if I were to pick up Crown Tide, it will be the last book in the series, because it's so dragged out. It's enough. It's like done. Anyway, I think that's all the books that I managed to read in this 24-hour readathon. Although I know the last readathon I read so many more books, but that is like a different kind of readathon, because it was like I am timing it. So when I'm not reading, I have to turn it off. And after that, I got such a reading slump, although it was not that long, but it was a reading slump nonetheless. So I don't want to do that to myself. So I thought a 24-hour time-wise readathon would be a perfect one, although I think it was more like 28-hour readathon, because it is quite late in the day already. But yeah, I think that's it, honestly, for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you had fun watching me read Skyshade. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in my next one. Goodbye.